Listen, I don't care where you are in life right now. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care if you're broke, stuck, frustrated, or feel like nothing is working out. I'm here to tell you something that will change your life if you do it every single day. I need you to say this out loud 100 times a day if you have to, until it gets deep into your soul. I am built for greatness. My past does not define my future. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. God didn't bring me this far to leave me. I am blessed, I am favored, and I am destined for success. See, the problem ain't your situation. The problem is your mindset. You've been feeding yourself the wrong words for too long. You've been telling yourself, I'm not good enough. I'm not lucky. Nothing ever works out for me. That's why you're stuck. You got to shift the way you talk to yourself. Every successful person you admire started with belief. They didn't wait for proof before they spoke it into existence. They said it first, then they made it happen. So I dare you, no, I challenge you to wake up every day and say it. Say it when you don't feel like it. Say it when it looks impossible. Say it until your mind has no choice but to believe it. Because what you believe is what you become. You're not here by accident. You're not meant to struggle forever. You've got something special inside of you, but it won't come out until you start speaking life into yourself. So say it 100 times. Say it like you mean it, and watch how your life changes. Now go make it happen. Your words have immense power. The way you speak to yourself, and about your circumstances shapes the very foundation of your reality. Most people don't even realize that their entire life is being dictated by the words they constantly repeat in their minds and out loud. Words are not just sounds, they carry energy, emotion, and intention. When you consistently speak negativity, doubt, and limitation over yourself, you create an environment where those very things thrive. On the other hand, when you choose to speak life, power, and success, you begin to shift your mindset, which then shifts your actions, which ultimately shifts your results. Think about it. Everything in life starts with words. Before anything is created, it is first spoken or written. Look at the world around you. Businesses, books, inventions, relationships. None of it exists without words being spoken first. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and achievers understood this. They didn't just think great things. They spoke them into existence. They declared their success long before anyone else saw it. Words set the direction of your life, like a steering wheel sets the direction of a car. If you keep speaking about failure, lack, and struggle, don't be surprised when that's exactly where you end up. But if you start speaking about growth, opportunity, and success, you'll begin to see a shift. Your subconscious mind is always listening. It doesn't know the difference between a joke, sarcasm, or a serious statement. If you keep saying, I'll never be successful, I'm not good enough, or nothing ever works out for me, your subconscious will take that as truth and work to make sure your life aligns with those words. Your brain is wired to reinforce what you believe, so the more you say something, the more your mind looks for evidence to prove it right. That's why people who constantly complain about being unlucky always seem to experience bad luck. It's not that life is out to get them. It's that their own words have programmed their mind to expect and accept struggle. On the flip side, when you start speaking positivity, success, and favor over your life, you rewire your brain to notice opportunities, solutions, and breakthroughs. You start attracting the very things you speak about. If you wake up every day and say, I am capable, I am blessed, and I am unstoppable, your brain starts aligning your actions and mindset with those words. Instead of focusing on obstacles, you start seeing possibilities. Instead of dwelling on problems, you begin to focus on solutions. Science even backs this up. Studies in neuroscience show that words have a direct impact on the brain. Positive affirmations can reprogram neural pathways, strengthening areas associated with confidence, resilience, and motivation. Negative words, on the other hand, activate stress responses, making you more likely to feel anxious, doubtful, or stuck. That's why people who constantly criticize themselves often struggle with self-esteem, while those who affirm their abilities tend to push through challenges with more confidence. Take a look at the most successful people in the world. They don't just work hard, they speak differently. They carry themselves with a different energy because they have trained themselves to think and speak in alignment with success. Athletes visualize and affirm their victories before they step onto the field. Entrepreneurs declare their business success before they even make their first sale. Speakers and performers hype themselves up with powerful words before stepping on stage. They understand that their words create their reality. This is why it's critical to guard your mouth. Every time you speak, you're either building your future or tearing it down. Some people sabotage themselves daily without realizing it. They say things like, "I'm not smart enough, I'll never get that opportunity, I always mess things up," and then wonder why life doesn't go their way. You have to become intentional about the words you allow into your mind and out of your mouth. If it's not pushing you forward, it's holding you back. One of the fastest ways to change your life is to change the way you talk. Start catching yourself when you speak negatively. Replace "I can't" with "I can." Replace "it's impossible" with "there's always a way." Replace "I'm not lucky" with "I am favored and blessed." At first, it might feel unnatural, especially if you've spent years speaking negatively. But over time, as you consistently speak power, you'll begin to believe it. And when you believe it, you'll start acting in alignment with it. Your confidence will grow, your energy will shift, your results will begin to match the words you've been speaking. Another key factor is the words you allow from others. If you surround yourself with people who constantly speak negativity, doubt, and fear, it will influence you. Their words will start creeping into your mind, affecting your own thoughts and beliefs. That's why it's crucial to protect your space. Be mindful of who you let speak into your life. If they're not speaking life, limit their influence over you. Seek out voices that uplift, encourage, and challenge you to be better. Your self-talk is one of the most powerful forces in your life. You can be your biggest cheerleader or your worst enemy simply based on the way you talk to yourself. Most people have an internal dialogue that is harsher than anything they would ever say to a friend. They criticize themselves, doubt themselves, and replay every mistake in their minds over and over. Imagine how much your life would change if you spoke to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love. Imagine replacing every harsh word with words of encouragement. Instead of saying, "I always mess up," say, "I am learning and growing." Instead of saying, "I'll never succeed," say, "Every day I am getting closer to my goals." Think about young children. If you constantly tell a child they are worthless, they will grow up believing it. But if you tell them they are smart, talented, and capable, they will rise to meet that expectation. The same principle applies to you. The words you speak shape the way you see yourself, which then shapes the way you show up in the world. You cannot afford to speak against yourself. Many people wait for their circumstances to change before they change the way they speak. But that's not how it works. You don't wait for success before you start speaking success. You start speaking it now, and then you work toward it. Your words set the tone for your actions. If you declare that you are disciplined, you will start making disciplined choices. If you declare that you are successful, you will start moving in ways that align with success. The words must come first. There is no magic formula, no shortcut, and no secret trick. The truth is simple. Speak what you want to see. Speak it until you believe it. Speak it until it becomes your reality. Every great transformation starts with a shift in words, and when you take control of your words, you take control of your life. Before success ever manifests in your life, you have to declare it, you have to speak it into existence before you see any proof of it. This is where most people get stuck. They wait for the results before they believe, when in reality, belief has to come first. Success is not an accident. It is not a coincidence. It is something that is built, and it starts with the words you use every single day. If you study the most successful people in any field, you will notice one thing: they speak differently. They carry themselves with an attitude of confidence and certainty, even before they have tangible results to show. They understand that their words set the foundation for everything that follows. Your words shape your mindset, and your mindset determines your actions. If you constantly tell yourself that success is out of reach, that things never work out for you, that you're not lucky or talented enough, then your actions will follow that belief. You won't put in the effort. You won't take risks. You won't push yourself beyond your comfort zone because you've already convinced yourself that it's pointless. But when you start speaking success into existence, something shifts. Instead of seeing obstacles, you start seeing opportunities. Instead of backing down in the face of difficulty, you push forward because you've already told yourself that success is inevitable. People often underestimate the power of words because they don't see immediate results. They speak positively for a day or two, and when nothing changes, they go right back to negative thinking. But this is a process. Success doesn't happen overnight, and neither does a mindset shift. It's like planting a seed. When you put a seed in the ground, you don't see anything happening right away. You water it, you nurture it, and over time it begins to grow. The same is true for your words. Every time you declare something positive about your future, you are planting a seed. If you keep watering it with belief and action, it will grow into something real. Look at the greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders. They don't just hope for success, they declare it. They don't wait for external validation to believe in themselves. They tell themselves they are champions before they ever win a title. They tell themselves they are destined for greatness before anyone else recognizes it. That's why they achieve at such high levels. They have trained themselves to think, speak, and act in alignment with success long before it shows up. There's a reason why affirmations work. It's not some magical concept. It's psychology. When you repeatedly tell yourself something, your brain starts to accept it as truth. This is known as the power of suggestion. Your subconscious mind does not differentiate between reality and imagination. It simply absorbs what you tell it. If you continuously speak success, your brain starts finding ways to make it happen. You start attracting the right opportunities, making better decisions, and positioning yourself for growth because your words have shifted your entire perspective. Most people let their circumstances dictate their words. If they're struggling, they talk about their struggles. If they're facing setbacks, they dwell on their failures. But the truly successful operate differently. They don't let their current reality define their language. Instead, they use their words to shape their future reality. Even when they are in the middle of difficulties, they speak as if success is already on its way. That is the difference. It's easy to talk about success when things are going well, but the real test is whether you can keep speaking success when everything around you seems to be falling apart. This is not about ignoring reality or pretending problems don't exist. It's about choosing to focus on solutions instead of limitations. It's about shifting your language from I can't to I will, from I don't know how to I'll figure it out, from it's impossible to there's always a way. When you make this shift, your entire approach to life changes. You stop being reactive and start being proactive. You stop waiting for things to happen and start making them happen. Doubt and fear will always be there, but they don't have to control you. You may not feel successful yet, but that doesn't mean you can't speak success over your life. The mistake most people make is waiting until they feel confident before they start speaking positively. But confidence comes from action. You build confidence by consistently telling yourself that you are capable, that you are strong, that you are meant for more, the more you say it, the more you believe it. The more you believe it, the more you act on it. And when you act on it, success follows. This is why it's so important to be intentional with your words. Every single day you have a choice. You can speak words that push you closer to success, or you can speak words that hold you back. Every time you say something negative about yourself, you are reinforcing limitations. Every time you say something positive, you are reinforcing possibility. It's really that simple. If you want success, you have to start by speaking it before you see it. Think about the people who inspire you. They didn't get to where they are by accident. They spoke their vision into existence long before it became a reality. They declared their goals with confidence even when no one else believed in them. They trained their minds to expect success, and because they expected it, they created it. You have that same ability. The only difference between you and them is the way you speak about your future. You don't need permission to start speaking success over your life. You don't need proof. You just need to make a decision that from this moment forward, you will no longer speak in a way that limits you. You will no longer speak in a way that keeps you small. You will only speak in alignment with the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be. Your words are powerful. They are shaping your future even as you read this. The only question is, are you using them to build yourself up or tear yourself down? Your mindset is the key to your breakthrough. Everything you want, everything you dream of, and everything you are trying to achieve is locked behind one thing: your mindset. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you get. If your mindset is weak, your results will be weak. If your mindset is strong, your results will reflect that strength. Too many people are waiting for external changes to fix their life, but real change starts internally. It starts with the way you see yourself, the way you talk to yourself, and the way you approach challenges. Success is not about luck or talent alone. It's about the mindset that drives you to keep going, even when things don't go your way. People who succeed think differently than those who don't. They don't see obstacles as stop signs. They see them as tests. They don't let failures define them. They use them as fuel. They don't waste time complaining about what went wrong. They focus on how to move forward. That's the difference between someone who stays stuck and someone who breaks through. It's not intelligence, it's not background, it's not resources, it's mindset. Two people can go through the exact same struggle, but one comes out stronger while the other stays down simply because of the way they think about it. The moment you shift your mindset, your entire life starts to shift with it. Your mindset controls your actions in ways you don't even realize. If you believe deep down that you are not good enough, you will act in ways that reinforce that belief. You will sabotage opportunities, hesitate to take action, and settle for less than what you deserve. But if you train your mind to believe that you are worthy, that you are capable, that you are destined for more, then your actions will begin to align with that belief. You will take risks, you will push yourself, and you will refuse to quit because you know success is coming. The way you think about yourself and your abilities is the foundation for everything you will ever achieve. Most people don't fail because they aren't good enough. They fail because they talk themselves out of trying. They let fear, doubt, and negativity take over their minds before they even take the first step. They convince themselves that it's not worth the effort, that they might fail, that other people are better than them, and so they never even give themselves a chance. But the people who break through understand that their thoughts are not facts. Just because your mind tells you something doesn't mean it's true. Your mind will try to hold you back, but you don't have to listen. You can choose to reprogram your thinking. You can choose to challenge every negative thought and replace it with something stronger. The more you do that, the more you train your mind to work for you instead of against you. Fear and doubt will always be there, but they don't have to control you. Everyone who has ever achieved anything great has felt fear. The difference is they didn't let that fear stop them. They pushed through it. They understood that fear is just a sign that they are stepping into something bigger. Instead of letting it paralyze them, they used it as motivation. Your mind will always try to keep you in your comfort zone, but nothing great ever happens there. Growth happens when you step outside of what feels safe and challenge yourself to reach new levels. The only way to do that is to develop a mindset that welcomes challenges instead of avoiding them. One of the biggest mindset shifts you need to make is seeing failure differently. Most people are terrified of failure. They see it as the end. They take it personally and allow it to destroy their confidence. But successful people don't see failure that way. They see it as part of the process. They understand that every failure is just feedback. It's a lesson, a stepping stone, a necessary part of the journey. You cannot grow without failure. You cannot reach the next level without mistakes. If you allow failure to break you, you will never reach your full potential. But if you train your mind to see failure as progress, then nothing can stop you. Every setback is just setting you up for a comeback. The way you handle adversity is another sign of your mindset. Everyone faces challenges. Everyone deals with setbacks, but not everyone responds the same way. Some people shut down, complain, and give up. Others rise to the occasion, find solutions, and keep pushing forward. What's the difference? Mindset. If you believe that life is happening to you, that things are unfair, that success is reserved for other people, then you will always feel like a victim. But if you believe that life is happening for you, that every challenge is an opportunity, and that you have the power to create your own success, then nothing can hold you back. Self-discipline is another key part of your mindset. If you wait until you feel like doing something, you will never be consistent. Successful people don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. They train their minds to do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They understand that success is built on habits, not feelings. If you can train yourself to take action, even when you don't feel like it, you will be unstoppable. Your mindset must be stronger than your excuses. Your vision must be stronger than your comfort. If you can master your mindset, you can master anything. The people you surround yourself with also play a huge role in shaping your mindset. If you are constantly around negativity, doubt, and small thinking, it will affect you. You may not even realize it, but the energy of the people around you influences your own thoughts. That's why successful people are very intentional about their circle. They surround themselves with winners, with people who push them, inspire them, and challenge them to grow. If you want to develop a strong mindset, you need to be around people who think bigger, who refuse to settle, and who encourage you to do the same. Your environment matters, but at the end of the day, the most important voice is the one inside your own head. If you do not control your thoughts, they will control you. You must take responsibility for what you allow yourself to think. You must become aware of your patterns, your limiting beliefs, and the negative thoughts that try to hold you back. The more you catch yourself and correct those thoughts, the stronger your mindset will become. The goal is to get to a place where your default thinking is positive, resilient, and solution-oriented, where no matter what happens, you believe in your ability to figure it out and succeed. Developing a strong mindset takes time, but it is the most valuable thing you can do for yourself. It is the foundation of success in every area of life, whether it's business, relationships, health, or personal growth. Everything starts with the way you think. You can have all the talent in the world, but if your mindset is weak, you will never reach your full potential. But if you build a mindset of strength, resilience, and confidence, then no obstacle can stop you. The key to your breakthrough is not in external circumstances. It's in your mind. Change your mindset, and you change everything.